for changing out the blower motor on a 2011 Chevy Silverado, we have to take off this plastic shroud. And there's 4 screws to it, and to remove it you're going to need a deep 7mm socket to take them off. Now there's 4 screws. There's one here, there's another one here, and another one is right here, right where just before it curves up, and the 4th is up in here. So there we go, 4th one. Okay, now with those removed, this slides right out of the way. So, just to give you a recap, there's the 1 screw hole, 2, there's the 3rd, right there, and there's the 4th. So we'll just put that aside. Now, the blower motor is right there. Okay, so that extension has to come off the motor first, and the screws that hold that extension in place, which are, I don't know if you can see it that well, but that screw there is 7/16, I think, 7/32, sorry. So you'll need a 7/32 socket to get those 2 off. Should be 2 of them. So let's see if I can. I don't know if you can see it or not. Got to take this off first so you won't be able to twist the motor out of place. There's one. Now the other one should be just up in behind. They're about there, I think. Oh, there goes the phone. Kind of difficult to find that sucker. Okay, so there's the blower motor that we're going to replace. And that piece there is an extension tube that plugs into a different port or a different area of air delivery to cool off the motor. And the blower motor I bought, I got from GM, and it has this extension piece. So there we go. I took the 2 screws that hold it in place out. Well, there's 1 screw hole there, and the other one you can't see, it's in behind. So now I should be able to just pull this thing right off, just like that, and that's where it goes. It goes from the hole there that cools the engine, or the motor, and gets its air supply from there. So I'm lucky. That's already drilled out and got the hose in place, so I don't have to worry about doing that. All I got to do now is twist this motor off So to do that, you just grab the motor and clockwise, counterclockwise. Oh, there's a tab, right. This tab up here, let's see if I can show you, get it in here. There's a tab that you gotta pull down to get it to spin to unlock. I believe you just pull it down and turn and pull her out. And there is the blower motor, the old one. Okay, now we need a screwdriver to push down on the tab here. You stick your screwdriver in there, and that's the tab there you gotta push in. So, if I can do it here. Let's see if I can do it this way. So there's that tab. And push in, and it just pops that right out. All right. So here's the new motor I bought. GM, part number 22741027. Okay. Pull this out. So there we go. There's a new motor. And everything is all the same, tabs in the same place. And where that extension goes on, I have here as 2088-3403. And it's this extension tube that same thing, came out the old one. But if yours doesn't have it, I think they started putting them on in 2011, 2010. If yours doesn't have it, it goes in right here. And it bolts onto the motor there and gets its air from another port. Now there's a set of instructions for drilling a hole to put it all in, and you need a piece of fuel hose that goes up in there to help direct it into this tube on that end. But I don't have to do that now because mine already had it. So I'm going to go ahead and put mine back in. Now when you put them in, put the motor in first without this on. Otherwise you won't be able to twist and lock it into place. To put this back in, we're just going to plug the connector right back into this where it goes here. Should snap in. Here we go. That's on. I haven't put the extension on yet. It bolts into this part here. I haven't put that on yet because when I put it back up into the motor, I got to twist it. So let's see if we can get that in there. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah. So the tab is there, and it's kind of faces that way. So we'll get the motor in place. Back up into its hole here. Rotate this around, and it's got to. There's where the tab's got to go. So I'm going to turn it back this way. It's a little more there. It fits up into place. And I turn it, maybe. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like my gasket here is coming up. I'll make sure that gasket's good. So, get it in there. Right there, and it should rotate back and snap in place. There we go, nice and solid. Okay, so that's in place. Now, I got to put this extension on. And just so you can see here, that extension matches up with that hole there and transfers the fresh air to the motor, to that port there. So that extension's got to go in that spot. That's how that sits in there. Okay, so now that extension tube covers that hole, it gets its fresh air from there and delivers it to that motor. So that's the difference. You can't really just throw in anything, any jobber motor. This one's got a upgrade, so you gotta watch for that. All right, I'll put those 2 screws in there and bolt everything back together. I got the screw in that side. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's the other side. That one's a little more difficult because you can't really see it. But there's the 2 screws you gotta that secure this air passage in place. And you gotta put that on afterwards, otherwise you can't turn that motor and lock it in. All right, now that we got that in, let's try the motor out before we get the cover on, make sure everything works. So we get good steady airflow. And it looks like it's working. I'll just have to monitor it because the other one was pulsing. This one doesn't seem to be pulsing. So there you go. I'll put the cover back on and we're done.